Hello everyone, my name is Molly and today I am here to do a pretty exciting video. I look forward to doing this video every year, and that is my most anticipated books of 2017. I'm going to start from 10 and go all the way down to 1, which will be my most anticipated book of the year. Alright guys, so number 10 on the list of my most anticipated of 2017 is Zenith by Sasha Alsberg and Lindsay Cummings. This book was actually released in 2016 in parts. They actually released that a publisher picked it up, and now it's going to be a full printed book, which I'm really excited about because I don't really like reading ebooks, so I'm just gonna wait until the print edition comes out and I'm just gonna read it all. And I'm super excited because I love Sasha's channel on YouTube and I love Lindsay's Murder Complex series, and so I'm super excited to read their collaboration. So this book takes place in space, and it's about this group of space pirates that are on this ship, and that's really all I know. I think it's all girls, and they have to take on the big bad, and that's really all I need to know to be interested in it, and so I'm really excited for this book to be released. Number 9 on the list is Carve the Mark by Veronica Roth. She also wrote the Divergent trilogy, and so I'm super excited that she's going to write her next book. I'm hoping it's better than the Divergent trilogy because Divergent was amazing. It was such a good book. And then the series just kind of went downhill from there with writing, characters, plot. It just didn't do much for me, but I really loved Divergent, so hopefully it'll come off just as strong as that one did. I've heard some issues that people have had with it, so I'm hoping that the book itself is really good. Takes place in space, and that's really all I know. Number 8 on the list is Because You Love to Hate Me by a whole collection of authors. Now, what got me interested in this book is the fact that booktubers were involved with writing it, which I thought was really cool. So basically what happened is a booktuber was paired up with an author, and the booktuber wrote like the opening to it, I think, and then they also gave the author a prompt. All these short stories are about a villain, so it's like a whole evil collection of stories, and so I think that'll be really fun to read, as well as the fact that all these popular authors I love and all these booktubers that I love collaborated on it, so I'm super excited for this. Number 7 on the list is Flame in the Mist by Renee Ahdieh. She wrote the Wrath and the Dawn duology, which I loved. I was not expecting to love that book as much as I did, but I loved it. So I can't wait to see what she does with this. This book actually is about samurais, which is so cool because do you ever really see samurais in young adult literature? I mean, I haven't. And so I'm super excited to see what she's gonna do. She writes such amazing characters and such descriptive settings and characters and relationships, and I'm so excited to read this book. Number 6 on the list is Sarah J. Maas's A Court of Wings and Ruin, which, oh guys, I just started ACOMAF, and I'm so excited for ACOWAR. Like, oh, I'm not done with ACOMAF yet, so I'm sure I'm going to be even more excited for it when I finish, but it's gonna be so good, guys. Like, I can already tell. I love Sarah's writing. I love her characters. Already by the title, I think we're gonna focus on Rhys, and that's so exciting. I mean, the Ruin part's not good, but, like, the Wings is Rhys, and that's a good thing. We want to focus on him because he is perfect. For those of you who don't know, this is the 3rd book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series. This story is a Beauty and the Beast retelling about this girl who is taken into these fairy lands, and so she learns all these fairy politics and gets involved, as, you know, all our characters do, and she finds love, and it's crazy stuff. And I'm so excited to see where this series goes. So, yeah, I can't wait for ACOWAR. Number 5 on the list is King's Cage by Victoria Aveyard. This is the 3rd book in the Red Queen series. Glass Sword was my most anticipated book of last year. Sadly, it has moved down a little bit because I was very frustrated with the main character, Mare, because of the decisions she was making and the way she was acting. And I mean, it's understandable what she was doing. It was just so frustrating at times. And so I was kind of like, I'm kind of done with you for a little bit, but I still am super excited with the way Glass Sword ended. I really want to know what happens to all the characters after what went down, and so I'm super excited to see what goes on. Red Queen is about this world that is divided by blood, so you have the red bloods and the silver bloods, and the silver bloods have these special powers, and the red bloods are just normal humans, but because the silvers are godlike, the reds are forced to serve them and live in squalor and live in, like, and they're all very poor, and so one day, this girl Mare, she gets a job at the castle, and then she finds out she has these powers, but it's not possible because she's a red blood. And so all these politics come into play, all this royalty stuff, and she has to pretend to be a lost silver princess to protect the world that the king has built, and so a lot of crap goes down, but I'm super excited to see how this story continues on. Number 4 on the list is Obsidian and the Stars by Julie Eschbau. I'm gonna pronounce that. I think I totally just butchered her name, and I'm so sorry for that because she is like the sweetest person ever. I love Julie, but I have no idea how to say her last name. But this is the second book in the Ivory and Bone, I don't even know how many books it's going to be, series. Ivory and Bone came out last year, and it is so good. It's just such a different, like, book that you never see in YA, and so it was so cool to get to read that. Basically, this takes place in the prehistoric period, so they're hunting, like, mammoths, and they're wearing the seal skin, and, like, they're living during the Ice Age. Like, it was such a cool story, and I really like the way it was told too. Basically what happened is the story starts out with the ending. You know those books where like the prologue is like the end of the book and then the rest of the book is like the story of how they got to the end? It starts like that, but basically it's this couple, and the girl asks the boy to tell her a story, and so the boy tells her the story of how they met, and so the book is told like he's telling her the story. So instead of saying like her or she, he says you, and so and he says like I when he's talking about himself, and so I thought that was such a cool take on just the way things are normally written. Usually you get first person or third person, and so this was just a really cool way that they wrote the book, and I'm super excited to see how they're going to continue on the story. Number 3 on the list is Rise of Fire by Sophie Jordan. This is the second book to the Reign of Shadows series, and I am so excited, guys, for this book because the way Reign of Shadows ended, I was dead. Like, my soul was crushed, and I cannot wait to see what happens after this, because like it ended on such a cliffhanger, and like the last 10 pages, not even the last like 5 pages, were just like reveal after reveal, and then somebody was taken and I was like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. And so I'm super excited for like what happens next, because like guys, like, it was some crazy stuff. So this book is about a girl, and she's locked in this tower, and she's blind. She can't see anything, but this world is different in the way that there is no sun. It is always nighttime, and so that has caused certain things to occur, like human-sized bats. This is a crazy world that they have going on, and I am so excited to see what happens next. So number 2 on the list is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. This is the second book to the This Savage Song series. I am so excited for this book. It is really what I've been in the mood for lately, and sadly I'm gonna have to wait a little while before it comes out, but I'm super excited for it at the moment. This Savage Song took place, this area was divided by 2 families, and it's a world where monsters manifest after you do something bad. So like if you murder somebody, the consequence of that will be that a monster will manifest because of your dark action. And so I found that a really interesting concept that I hadn't really heard before, and I'm super excited to see what happens next in the story, because it was kind of left on like a, oh, this could go so many different directions and I want to know what's gonna happen. So yeah, I'm super excited for this book, man. It follows a boy and a girl, and it switches point of views, and I'm so excited to see what happens to these characters next. And number 1 on my most anticipated list, if you guys haven't figured it out already, I don't know what's wrong with you. Do you get it? Do you get it now? Is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. I am so excited for this book, guys, because Lady Midnight last year on my list was number 3, which Why would I do that? It should be number one. Cassandra Clare will always be number one. And I'm so excited to read what happened to these characters because Lady Midnight left on such like a, I don't even know, just so much went down and I'm so confused and I want to know what happens. And like the characters made some bad decisions that I really hope are going to be solved pretty quickly into the next book, and just guys, oh my god, this book is gonna be so good. Julian's on the cover, which is promising, and I know it involved diving more into the fairy realm, which should be interesting to see the way that Cassie writes that, as opposed to like Sarah J. Maas or other fairy books that I've read. So if you guys don't know, Lady Midnight is part of the Shadowhunters Chronicles, which is the Infernal Devices, the Mortal Instruments, and now the Dark Artifices. I'm hoping it's as big as Lady Midnight, because Lady Midnight was like 700 pages, and you know, I could use 700 pages of those characters again. So I'm really hoping it's long, I'm hoping it's good, and who am I kidding? I know it's going to be great. So, those are my most anticipated books of 2017. Let me know if any of these made your list, if I missed any, if there's any that you're super excited about, and I can't wait to read all these great books this year. So that's it for this video, guys. I try to upload a video every week. If you like my videos, then subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!